Yo,
Yeah, what's up?
so why don't you support Trump? Like,
That's I can give you a response. How much time do you have?
I got all night, buddy.
All night? All right. So multiple different reasons as to why I don't support Trump. It can be set into three different categories: character, domestic policy, foreign policy, and social policy, or four categories. First one's going to be character. He's an adjudicated rapist. He was held liable for forcibly penetrating Eugene Carroll's vagina with his fingers. He sexually exploited girls and women at Miss Teen USA. He admitted this in the early 2000s in Howard Stern. He called his own daughter voluptuous, which means sexual, attractive, and curvy. He said
That doesn't mean nothing.
he said the only thing he has in common with his daughter is sex. And then when he was on an interview, they were told, you're a predator, and he laughed and said, "Yeah, I am," and they were laughing about that. He's a racist. He didn't rent to black people in the 1970s because they were black people. He got sued for this, and then he called for the birthment of Barack Obama, saying that he was born in Kenya simply because he's black. He said Kamala Harris wasn't a black woman. And then he said all black people are lazy. And then he also said that you can tell who's an undocumented immigrant based on how they look, or who's an undocumented immigrant based on how they look, and then you can tell which ones are the good ones, quote unquote. He called Central American countries shithole
That's kind of
countries,
true,
quote
though.
unquote. And then onto sexism. He hates trans women. He said the only thing good women are good for is birth. That's sexist as fuck and misogynistic as fuck. And that's gonna mainly sum up the whole character one, and then you can bring up the Epstein files and the allegations made against him, and then we can move on to domestic policy. The economy was one of the worst economies that we have seen, ignoring periods of recessions in 2020 since 2009. The job report was so bad that it's worse since 2003. Inflation was on an upward trend because of his tariff policy. We had a decrease in investment into private manufacturing into America. All 4 quarters, we had a decrease in GDP in his first quarter. The market is like
Did you not watch the State of the fucking Union?
we can get on to that. So more domestic policies. They're going to build the one big beautiful bill that cuts $1 trillion off of Medicaid and food stamps as well. It imposes work requirements for the first time in American history, which is unprecedented. It's going to leave 22 million people that won't be able to access Medicaid or food stamps. That's very, very, very bad. Not only that, the CBVP says that it's going to tax the bottom 10 and 20% more because of these cuts to Medicaid and food stamps. So that's obviously going to be horrible. You can go on to foreign policy. The no new war president, the one who said back in 2011, when Obama wasn't in office, he said he's going to start war with Iran because he's an ineffective president. Well, he told on himself. He is an
Times are
ineffective president
different.
based on his own words because we are going to
Times are
war with
different.
Iran. We're going to war with Iran
Times
based
are different now.
we're going to war with Iran based on behalf of Israel. 3 Americans have been killed, 5 have been injured, around 150 children have been killed,
Yeah,
where
times are
in a
different.
school. Not only that, hundreds of people, innocents, have been killed in these strikes. You can also take a look at Venezuela, violated international law. And then you can take a look at Greenland, where he literally threatened to take over Greenland. He told the military to draft a plan for invasion to take over Greenland, which would have in literally potentially started World War III. But
Like I
because
said,
he was told
times
to
are fucking
because
different.
he was told to sit down, it didn't start World War III. And then just to mention a couple other things in terms of domestic policy, he also his DOJ violated 4 federal laws to not release the Epstein files and protect pedophiles. So that's going to be character, domestic policy, foreign policy, and then social policy. He implemented judges to overturn Roe v. Wade, which has harmed women since then. Not only that, it's increased abortions, and
We're
then yeah,
helping Iranian women right now doing this. You know that, right? Like Iranian women are they fucking hate that shit because they're being fucking suppressed over there and they don't have no fucking choice over anything. But when like no, times are fucking different now. It's about time for Iran to be our 51st state. Why is that funny?
yeah. Why do Republicans always want to make everything the 51st state, bro? Well, what about Puerto Rico, bro?
Greenland's gonna be
Puerto
the
Rico,
52nd.
bro. Puerto
Greenland's gonna be
Rico.
the
Hold on.
52nd once we
First,
finally
hold
invade
on.
them.
Pause. First it was Canada, then Greenland, then Iceland, now Iran.
Exactly.
But what
Whatever
about
the
Puerto
fuck your
Rico,
name
bro?
is was a
What?
fascist rapist.
Pause.
Iranian women are happy. They
What
are
about
happy.
Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico has been waiting a shit long to become part of the United States, like a state, and not just a territory. What about Puerto Rico? Let's make Puerto Rico our 51st state.
You think Kamala would have let them be as no?
I mean,
Like
Kamala Harris wouldn't have started a war with Iran, started
she probably
isolating
would have.
us.
She
Mm,
probably would have.
mm.
She would have caused a war in some way.
Wait, but I thought Donald Trump was a no new wars president.
Yeah, times are fucking different.
Times are different. Why do we need to go to war with Iran?
Cause we need more fucking people. We need Iran. We need their fucking resources.
What resources does Iran have?
Well, sometimes I throw up, bro. Like that's the same fucking shit you're laying down for me. Like why you just throwing shit up in my face?
I'm just asking you what resource you said we need Iran's resources. What resources does Iran
We
have
need
that
Iran. No, we don't need it, but like it'd be nice to
which
have
ones? Which resources?
just like just like Greenland. Like it'd be nice to have
No, wait,
it
hold on. Which
as like a
resources?
51st or a 52nd state. The oil, what's the word I'm looking for? We would have like better land, like we'd have like we'd
I'd argue we have the best land
no, we've
in the
got good
world.
land, but like if we were in Greenland and we had a lot more like spots there,
Talking
like
about
I know we
Iran. We're
have
talking about Iran.
I know we have a bunch
Iran.
of shit set up there, but if we owned Greenland, then literally no one could invade us.
That's never gonna happen though.
Yeah, how do you fucking know that?
We're never gonna own Greenland A and B. No one's gonna invade us. If even if we don't own Greenland.
You don't think Putin is
Absolutely not.
fucking you don't think Putin's trying to do some like shit behind the scenes
No, he's not gonna invade the
with
United
his
States of America.
quote unquote video of Trump sucking off Bubba? Yeah, he's got some shit going on back there. That's why he's got to put this propaganda out for the fucking American people.
No, that was actually in the files. I don't know if it was considered
Yeah, and
propaganda.
half of the files aren't fucking like they don't have any fucking facts. They don't have any like truth. Like they don't have any reliable fucking evidence.
No, dude, a credible accuser accused Donald Trump of child rape.
Yeah, okay, you've got one fucking thing that's quote unquote credible. That's probably propaganda too.
Do you even know what I'm referencing?
Yeah,
What am I
that fucking
referencing?
13-year-old or whatever the fuck
13
that was
year
talking to
old.
the FBI.
So here's the thing. They won a lawsuit or they settled a lawsuit with Jeffrey Epstein estate. That's what makes them a credible accuser. That same credible accuser then accused Donald Trump of child rape.
People win fucking lawsuits all the time that are still guilty, and they just win the fucking lawsuit because they have shit. They have fucking fake shit or like shit that almost looks like it could have the other party guilty, but not.
I probably yapped for like 7 minutes earlier. Do you want to address anything I said? Let's start with the character. He was held civilly liable for raping Eugene Carroll, and he admitted to sexual exploitation. You're the one who pivoted and didn't address a single thing I said.
I addressed one or two.
No, you actually didn't. You talked about the women of Iran, which like yeah, what you said is right, but that doesn't mean that we need to like bomb Iran. But let's address the first thing that I said.
We need to save the women of Iran.
So I agree we need to have equality, but I don't think bombing Iran is gonna. I don't think forcefully bombing Iran is gonna fix that. In fact, it's gonna leave it's gonna leave power vacuums in terms of someone else going into power who's if not the same, if not worse, right? Because we're not gonna like instill our own democracy. I mean, even if we do, democracy isn't forced, right? Democracy takes time. Take a look at Iraq, Cuba, Venezuela. It takes time. And if
So
we do
you
the same thing,
support
if we do the same
democracy?
thing, if we do the same thing we did with Iraq, Cuba, and Venezuela, Iran is gonna end up the same way as those three countries.
If you really want change and you're not supporting the Republican Party, you need to be a socialist because the Democrats are fucking stupid.
I'm a
And they
democratic
just they're
socialist.
oh that mean
What does that mean?
So like you support socialism and democratic values? How does that make sense?
I support democracy. I support democratic values with some social
So
safety
you support
nets.
all the big corporations taking away from us fucking Americans,
No, we increase taxes on big corporations, billionaires, and millionaires.
but you're fucking democratic.
I'm a
So you
democratic
love that.
socialist. Social safety nets, those get paid by billionaires, millionaires, and big corporations.
Bro, you're a fucking idiot. Oh my god.
How?
How are we
Everything you
gonna
just
be
said makes so much
democratic
sense.
and a socialist? Like that makes
Okay,
no
no.
fucking sense,
So
bro.
what? So social. What is socialism?
It's where shit, I'm drawing a blank right now. It's like we like we the people are in charge of like
The workers
most of
control the
that
means of production. Yes.
yeah.
Okay. So democratic socialism is going to be democratic values with social safety nets. That's not socialism.
Why do you want democratic values when all they care about is big corporations?
You don't like democracy?
They don't care about the American people as much as I mean, like we care a little bit more, but they
What
don't
is we?
care
Who's
like
we?
the Republicans. The fuck you think I'm talking
Okay,
about?
when I say democracy, I'm not talking about Democrats. What is democracy?
Democracy is fucking dumb. That's why all the Democrats stand behind it.
Let me give you an exact definition. Democracy is a framework of governance built on the principle that power resides with the people. You think that's dumb?
Wait, say that again. Sorry.
Democracy is a framework of governance built on the principle that power resides with the people. You just called that stupid.
I mean, it's pretty fucking dumb when it's not actually fucking residing on the people and it's residing on fucking the four fucking corporations that own everything.
That's why you fucking tax them. Tax them.
But why would you tax them if you're fucking supporting democracy?
Bro, what is democracy? I just told you
Oh
this.
my
I
god, you
just
really are
told you
stupid.
this. What is
You
democracy?
really are.
What is democracy?
Is taxing the big boys.
Oh, that's not what I
Is
just
what you
told
said,
what
pretty
no, I
much.
just told you what democracy. It has nothing to do, bro. Democracy is a framework of governance built on the principle that the power resides with the people. Can you put that definition in your own words, just so that I know you understand?
Okay, so
What is democracy in
democracy
your own words?
wants the people like us, like the cool people, to have their own say on the government.
Have a say. Yeah. Basically, where the power resides within the people. Yeah. Okay. So that has nothing to do with taxation. That definition I give you has nothing to do
We
with
do the
taxation.
same thing on our side. We fucking vote for everything.
Right, because we're a democratic republic. I don't think you understand. Democracy, when I reference democracy, I'm not talking about Democrats. I'm talking about...
Well, I know that. You already fucking explained that. You're not
Then what do
talking
you mean? What
about
do you
the
mean we do
stupid
the same thing?
Democrat.
What do you mean we do the same thing? Like, of course, America is a democratic republic.
Yeah, and we just need to be a republic socialist fucking society is what you're
A
saying because
republic socialist.
the Democrat
What is
the
that?
democratic socialist fucking shit would not fucking work out well.
How do you know?
Cause that's just fucking stupid.
Why?
Cause the big corporations are still gonna do everything in their fucking power. Like, what do you see going on right now? Motherfuckers try and stand up,
No, there's
and
not.
nothing happens.
Democratic socialism is not instilled as much as in our government. The only democratic socialist, well, I'm not the only one. I know Bernie Sanders. I think he is a socialist. Zoran Mamdani.
And you see how he got swept under the rug, and nobody fucking knows about him now.
Well,
He
yeah,
got
that's
swept
because
right the fuck under the rug.
that's because the DNC fucked him over. We can agree there. We would be in a much better place if Bernie had won
So
the
his
2016
own
election.
party fucked him over?
Yes.
Exactly. That never happened on our side.
Your party voted for a rapist. I don't know why you're acting
He's
like
not
it's
a
better.
rapist.
He was held civilly liable
not
for
a
forcefully
rapist.
penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina with his fingers.
And people get fucking held liable over shit all the time that are innocent.
He admitted to sexual exploitation based on his past behavior and based on the evidence provided. We can assume that this
He
is more
didn't
likely to be
admit.
the
He was joking around.
What do you know what I'm referencing?
What, the Howard Stern show
Yeah,
when
let's play it for you real
that they
quick.
joke around and talk fucking shit all the time on?
Cannot be construed.
No, I mean, some of these foreign girls, Mr. Trump in my country, we
Yeah,
say
he's-
hello with vagina.
I said,
Well, you could
just
also say
joking
as the
around on
owner
the
of
Howard
the
Stern
pageant, it's your
radio.
job to do that.
He wanted
so
a
you
big
have
laugh.
done that.
out of
Let him
the
talk.
I'll tell you the
people.
funniest is that I'll go backstage before a show.
Yes.
And everyone's getting dressed and ready and everything else. And, no men are anywhere. And I'm allowed to go in because I'm the owner of the pageant, and therefore I'm inspecting it. I'm inspecting. I want to make sure that
You're like
He's
a
just
doctor.
joking around.
Yeah, the dress. Is everyone okay? They're standing there with no clothes. Is everybody okay? And you see these incredible-looking women.
Exactly, Cat
And so I
Adventures.
sort of get
That
away with
recording
it.
is older than hit. Like, he's
Okay.
just joking around. It's back in the fucking day when people used to make jokes like that all the time.
Bro, Jeff, you can't hear if you're talking the entire fucking
Because
time.
I've already heard the clip like 20,000
Then
times.
why'd you ask him to
like,
fucking play
he's
it?
joking around, and like, it's back in the fucking day when they used to make jokes like that all the fucking time.
Okay, so has one of your friends or someone you know ever joked about sexually exploiting little girls?
No, because it's
Would
fucking
you have
2026.
have you ever
Not
joked
fucking
about
2006, 20 fucking years ago.
have you ever
before you were born.
have you ever joked about sexually exploiting little girls?
I'm not fucking 40 years old, but I probably would have back in the day when it was fucking
You would
funny.
wait, hold on, pause. You would have sexually you would have joked about sexually
No,
exploiting little
no,
girls?
like the
What's-
premise
what-
of
what-
it,
no,
like
what's
comedy
funny? Hold
has
on, wait, pause,
changed, you
Jeff,
fucking
Jeff.
idiot. Comedy
Jeff.
has changed. Back in the
Jeff,
day, it used
Jeff,
to be quote unquote funny. I don't think it's funny in the
Jeff.
slightest. No, I would never support that shit. I don't think it's funny in the slightest. But back in the day,
You just said
when they
you would
used
have
to
done
support
that. You
different
just said
comedy,
you just said you would have joked about that. What's
I
funny
said
about
maybe.
Yeah, what's
because
funny?
it was back in the fucking day.
What's
Jeff,
Oh
what's
my
funny?
god, you're a fucking idiot. You're twisting my
calm
words.
down.
Back
Calm
in the
down.
day when comedy was different, maybe it like if it appealed to the 90% of the fucking audience back then, which it fucking did. What do you think everyone's laughing about it? God, you're
Probably
dumb.
because they're also weird ass people, Jeff.
No,
What
it was
is fun-
90% of the
I can't
fucking
get a-
American population praising him.
I
They thought that shit was funny as hell. But now,
Jeff,
because
Jeff, what
it's-
was funny? What was funny about that joke? What was funny about it?
I didn't say anything. I literally just said nothing was fucking funny about it.
Okay, so
Back
then
in
you
the
can- you
day,
can agree-
when
you can-
everyone thought it was funny, yeah, it was funny.
Okay,
But
pause.
I don't think it's
I
funny. I
prove-
think that shit's
so-
weird as fuck.
So I can prove how this isn't a joke. Okay, give me a second.
I
No,
know
man,
it's
but I'll
not
go
a joke,
obligation.
and
Oh,
it's
so then
not
he admitted.
funny.
So then he admitted.
I
to
know
sexual,
it's
no, no,
not.
no.
Yes,
When
I know.
So
I've
then
been
he
through
actually.
this before.
So then he actually sexually exploited little girls.
No, he didn't. He
Wait,
said
but he
it
clarified that
as
yes, he
a
actually.
joke.
No, he said he actually does this. Like he clarified that he was not joking.
Do
Look,
that?
listen.
So
As
you
a
have
So hold on,
joke.
listen. No, listen.
It was
he
a joke.
Wait, hold on. He
Because
clarified.
everyone.
Pause, Jeff.
I know.
Jeff,
He
Jeff.
clarified.
Hush, little baby.
All
Okay.
right, who are you, Dean?
Cool.
Who are you, Parker?
Cool.
Get a job.
Cool.
All right,
So
Parker,
listen-
get a
listen.
job.
It's your obligation to do that.
so you have done that. Now, tell
Howard Stern asks and says, "So wait, you actually have done this? Like you have done
I
this,
know.
right?" So Howard Stern is making
I
sure
know.
that Donald Trump isn't joking.
The owner of the pageant.
he makes-
And he
It's your
said yes because it was back in the
obligation
fucking
to
day
do that.
20 years ago.
So then he did sexually exploit little girls.
No, it was to make the American people that thought comedy was like that back then to think it was funny because comedy was like that. Have
No,
you
but
ever seen any other
He explicitly
people
made-
did shit like that 24/7 20 years ago, you fucking idiot. Everyone says shit like that 20 years ago. I would never say
that's
something
actually-
like that. I think it's fucked up that he said that, but 20 years ago, it wasn't fucked up that he said that, and he was lying and he was joking.
So why is it
Fuck!
fucked? Why is
You
it
are
fucked,
dumb.
Why is it fucked up now, but it wasn't fucked up then? What is the difference between now and then?
Because old people are fucking weird and they used to like think shit like that was funny. So he had to go above and beyond to make the fucking people laugh.
But no, why was it funny then and now it's not funny?
Okay, so if you were to say a joke now that's funny as fuck, and 20 years later, it's not funny anymore, and it's like racist or sexist,
Well, racism,
whatever the fuck.
racism is always going to be wrong. Sexism or misogyny is always going to be wrong.
Yeah, obviously racism is all. Yeah. But back in the day, back in the day when somebody joked about sexism on the radio or whatever,
that was wrong.
People thought it was funny. Everyone thought it was funny though. 90% of the people thought it was funny.
Okay,
like
but this is
it's like getting
doesn't
canceled.
make it any less wrong.
No, it doesn't. But like people would say shit above and beyond that they didn't really fucking do because people would find it fucking funny.
Jeff, we know that this isn't a joke because he clarified it wasn't a joke, and this is also corroborated by multiple victims.
He said it wasn't a joke because people would find it funny.
Okay, so this is thank you.
How many times I gotta say that?
Jeff, I was gonna bring up a different point. His admission of guilt is corroborated by the fact that these victims also came out and said he did this. Also, thank you so much for the roses, Dana and Trinity. I genuinely appreciate you. But yeah, his admission of guilt is corroborated by the victims coming forward and saying that this actually happened to them.
And they're fucking lying.
Okay, so not only did he admit to this, but they came forward about this.
He admitted because it was funny to most people that supported him back then.
So when you say he admitted to this, you're admitting that he actually did sexually exploit little girls.
No, I'm not admitting that he actually did it. He admitted. So
then why don't you wait? If
he said it as a joke because people that supported him would have found it funny back then.
That's the first time I'm gonna meet you. If he said it himself and then victims came out and said that this happened to them from him, why don't you believe him? And what sort of evidence do you need to be able to believe him? Okay, I mean. It's admittance, clearly not enough evidence for you. Victims coming out and corroborating that admittance isn't enough for you. So what is enough for you to believe he actually did this?
He didn't admit he was guilty.
You what evidence? What do you need to believe this?
Yeah, I need fucking, I don't know, video evidence of him on the island, like everyone else.
About sexually exploiting little girls and women at Miss Teen USA.
He never did that.
No, but what evidence do you need?
He joked around about it to make his followers like him 20 fucking years ago before you were born.
To believe this actually happened, what evidence do you need?
Fucking being put in jail, being held guilty.
Not evidence.
That's not evidence. I'm asking you what evidence.
A woman coming out in court and getting him civilly held liable, not in a civil court. That's just dumb. She just wanted money.
Oh my god.
You wanted money. Jane Carroll wanted fucking money.
Okay, he's trolling. He has to be trolling.
I'm not trolling.
He's not trolling. Jeff, let's take a breather here, okay? Let's keep our fifis and our tum-tums, okay?
All right, let me hit my thing. I can't say it, but I'm gonna hit it.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. So, what we're doing...
I'm so sorry. I need to actually thank this person out loud. Thank you so much, Trinity. Oh my god. Thank you. You're amazing. I'm following you.
Good job, Trinity. Good shit.
Okay, Jeff, back to the conversation. What we're seeing here is that you're so far into this cult that you're able to defend sexual...
It's not a cult.
Can I finish? I thought you...
Yeah, but it's not a cult. It's not a cult, but yeah. Go ahead and finish.
I was about to prove how it is a cult, if I can do that. The reason why it's a cult is because you support him no matter what. He admitted to sexually exploiting women and girls. He was held liable in a court of law in a court of law for raping Eugene Carroll. He called his own daughter voluptuous, which means sexually attractive and curvy. He said he had in common sex with his daughter. And then there's a clip out there when asked or when told he's a predator himself. He nods his head and mouths, "That's true."
Hell yeah, Tristan and Carbs. Sorry.
Are you paying attention to anything that I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm paying attention. Like, yeah, back then. Okay, so if I call my daughter beautiful now, I'll get canceled. But back then, when you could call people voluptuous and like
repeat the last thing that I said. Repeat the last thing that I said.
You said that his daughter was voluptuous and shit and sexy, and back then it was all right to say.
No, that's not the last thing that I said. We're gonna be. I said Donald Trump was called a predator, and he said that's true. Would you like proof of that? He literally said, "Yes, that's true." In terms of saying
I heard him on that long hair glasses show too.
The Jewish people
no, this was on Howard Stern as well. Do you want to see the clip?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, perfect. Give me 1 second. So you're gonna take a look at what he's wording. Okay, we're gonna do this.
Donald, do you ever discuss sex with your daughter?
No.
This was to make
do
his
not?
followers
No.
mad.
Shut up,
I
shut
have a
up,
feeling
Jeff.
we're not
was
going to
back in
hear.
the day.
Another
Jeff.
embarrassing video from a 2006 Howard Stern show has
Fucking
surfaced.
joke, like
It
the
shows
other
Trump
shit
Hold on,
you
shut
joked
up,
about.
Jeff. Shut up.
Daughter Ivanka and son Don Jr. joking about being a sexual predator.
You know
Joking.
about sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
said
You are
joking.
one.
all
Can you
right.
shut the fuck up, Jeff? Can you shut up? Do you
Okay.
can you like you're a grown ass man? Can you learn how to control your feelings and not blurt out? Are you capable of doing that, or do we need to go back to kindergarten?
I'm doing it
and
right
teach
now.
teach you how to put a
I'm
bubble
doing
in
it
your
right
mouth.
now.
Bubble in your mouth. How about that?
You know
Pay
about
attention.
sexual predators and things like that. I mean,
You are one.
all right. I was gonna,
He said that's true.
Yeah.
you know about.
And you know how she said that he was joking because he was fucking joking because back in the fucking
shut the
day
fuck up.
it was
Trinity.
funny.
Trinity, thank you for the galaxy. Thank you so much. You're the fucking best. You're fucking insane. You're fucking amazing. Fucking thank you. I'll
Hell
hit you
yeah,
up on it
Trinity.
after this. So
That's
hold
sexual-
on. No,
Don
this
Jr.
wasn't. He wasn't even trying to be funny. Like he didn't say anything. He mouthed it. He mouthed it. He
Joking
wasn't trying to be
about
funny.
being a sexual predator.
You know about sexual
He
predators and
mouthed
things like
it
that.
because
I mean,
his fucking
You are
followers
one.
All right,
found
I
it
said that's
funny
true.
back in the day when it was fucking acceptable.
No, but okay. So now he admitted to
You
being
know
a
how
predator.
robots are acceptable right now? What if they're not acceptable in the future and you joke about fucking
Sexual-
robots?
being a predator or a sexual exploiter is never acceptable, ever.
It wasn't
It
20 years
was
ago,
back
isn't now.
yeah, I mean it wasn't, but it was funny to joke about 20 years
No,
ago.
It was never funny
It was because why do you think he got the vote?
because people
Because
like you
all
are
these
in a fucking
all
cult.
these
You're a
people as old
brainless
as me
zombie.
Thought it
You're
was
a
funny
brainless
back
no,
in the day.
You're a brainless fucking zombie. That's why he got elected president. Because you are a
You also-
brainless zombie. That's why.
It was a joke.
It wasn't, and it wasn't funny either. Like, I don't know what we have to do to get through that.
It's not funny to you because you're like fucking 14.
Hello?
It shouldn't be funny to anyone. Doesn't matter the age it is. 80 years old, 10 years
It
old.
was
should
back
not be
in
funny.
2006 when the shit was quote unquote acceptable. It wasn't acceptable, but people thought it was funny because you're joking or you're joking. Like it's
About-
not
what-
real.
they're
You're not.
joking- They're joking about sexually
You ever watch
exploiting
Scary
kids.
Movie and they're joking about some random shit, and
If they're
then now
joking
it's
about-
not acceptable.
So give me an example.
I can't recite Scary Movie, but I know they said some shit that's not acceptable now, but it was funny back in the fucking day 20 fucking years ago. Shit 20 years ago is not acceptable now, but back then 90% of the fucking US population thought it was funny.
It's not true.
It is true.
That is absolutely not true.
Look at any
No, what
movie
you're doing-
20,
what you're
30
doing-
years ago, and they're gonna, like, Looney Tunes, joking about Nazis and fucking shit like that.
Okay.
And
Okay,
that
does
shit
that-
was funny
Oh,
back
God.
then.
Do you think that that is okay?
No! But it was
Then why
funny
do you
to
think this
joke
is okay?
about. It was funny to joke about
Then why do you
back
think this is
then.
okay if it was a joke? If you think it was, you think
All
if it was a
right,
joke,
so in 20
can
years,
you let me speak?
in 20 years,
please?
you're gonna be
Shut
fucking
the
canceled.
Fuck up
In 20
for
years, you're
2
gonna be.
fucking seconds. Jesus Christ, you're a grown ass man. Fucking act like it. Jesus, thank you. So if you say it wasn't okay to joke about Nazis, and because or you say it was a joke and it wasn't funny, it wasn't okay to joke about, then why can't you hold the same standard for Trump, quote unquote, joking about being a fucking pedophile and sexual exploiter?
In 20 years, half the shit you joke about is gonna be canceled if we keep going.
Are
like
you
this.
incapable of tracking a fucking point? Did you
No.
hear anything I just said?
I did, and I
Then
don't
respond
hold
to
him.
it.
I don't hold him reliable because he was
Reliable?
fucking joking,
you
and
know what the word
now
reliable
50% of the shit that you joke at. Oh my god,
Okay,
dude, you are dumb. Look at my profile picture. This is my son's account.